Good morning, students. Let's continue our chapter. We are going to start lesson number 2 of our civics book, Understanding Secularism. So, just start the lesson. So, imagine yourself as a Hindu or Muslim living in a part of the United States of America where Christians' fundamentalism is very powerful. Suppose that despite being a US citizen, no one is willing to rent their house to you. So how would this make you feel? Would it not make you feel resentful? What if you decided to complain against this discrimination and were told to go back to India? Would this not make you feel angry? Your anger could take two forms. Now this you have to imagine by yourself, like if you are not a citizen of US and you are being discriminated on the situation is given to you, so how you will feel? So you will be angry on this situation, and you have the two forms. You will take the two steps for this things. Firstly, you might react by saying that Christians should not get the same treatment in the place where Hindu and Muslims are in majority. This is a form of ritualization. So it what you will think, that you will, if you have treated or if you have been discriminated, you will feel that you will take care of this thing, that in your country or in some area where the Hindu and Muslims are in the majority, you will not do the same thing with the US person or any other person. Or you might take the view that there should be justice for all. You may fight stating that no one should be discriminated against on the grounds of their religious practice and beliefs. The statement rests on the assumption that all forms of domination related to religion should end. This is the essence of secularism. In this chapter, you will realize more about what it's mean in the Indian context. In the Indian context, so it is just given an example to you, a situation in which you can think. Now, just come to the next page. History provides us with many examples of discrimination, exclusion, persecution on the grounds of religion. You may have read about the how Jews were persecuted in Hitler's Germany and how several millions were killed. So now, however, the Jewish state of Israel treats its own Muslims and Christian minorities quite badly. In Saudi Arabia, non-Muslims are not allowed to build a temple, church, etc. and nor they can gather in a public place for prayer. So there are many examples you can see for the discrimination, like people were discriminated on the basis of their color, their caste, their religion. So in all of the above examples, members of one religious community either persecute or discriminate against members of another religious communities. So these acts of discrimination take place more easily when one religion is given official recognition by the state at the expense of the other religions. So what it is, when we give the importance only to the one religion, so this type of discrimination happens in that country. So clearly no one would wish to be discriminated against because of their religion, nor dominated by another religion. In India, can the state discriminate against on the grounds of their religion? So have you ever seen in India that there is a discrimination on the basis of religion? So no, India is a secular, yes, obviously India is a secular country. So here we are not giving preference to any one religion. All people are equal. Like